I've been playing a lot of Battles 2 recently, and the strategy that I've been using most of the time is Oben, Sub, Hack Shooter, and Spike Factory. And I'm gonna try and see how good that strategy is on a actual Chimps game. We're gonna do Sunken Columns because that's the only map that's like from Battles 2, even though it's like doesn't work the same as the map from Battles 2, but it's close enough. So yeah, we're gonna see how this is gonna work. I don't think this start would be possible. I mean, it might be possible if you get some like wacky placement with the tack shooter, because round 6, like, you're gonna leak a few red balloons and you don't have enough money to buy anything else. So right off the bat, it might be possible, but I'm just gonna give myself $700 just so I can at least place Oben and be like surviving for a minute, so this can actually not take 500 years to complete. And yeah, I just want to see how good a Battles 2 strategy would work in Chimps. I don't think it's gonna work that good, because normally when I use tack shooter for Battles 2, I go blade shooter, which is like the obvious choice for like early game, which I could still try that. I could still try using like the same like paths, not just the towers. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna place a tack shooter here, and I'll probably make it blade shooter, and then I'll probably eventually end up getting like a tack zone or something in the middle at that part. But yeah, I never really use the blade shooter in BTD 6. I don't know if it's like really bad compared to how good it is in Battles 2. And another thing, Oben's brambles, they stack in Battles 2, which kind of makes them OP. Like, you could just, every time you get the ability up, you could just keep doing it. But in BTD 6, if you do it, and you already have one up, it will just disappear, which kind of sucks. But I mean, it would be way too OP if you could just do it like you can in Battles 2. But we got blade shooter, and then I'm obviously going to go faster shooting. I think that's the better cross path. I have no idea, but that's what I always do in battles. Plus, it will help more against the like fast balloons, like pink balloons that come out. So I have a sub, but the issue is they can't see over this area. Like, shoot, we're already leaking on round 15. We have money though, not much. Let's retry last round. I can do Open's ability and we'll survive. But yeah, as I was saying, I have a sub, but I don't know, like, it's like it can't see over the top. You need to get the top one. And I'm just realizing an issue. The only camo defense, literally the only camo defense we have, is going to be Spike Factory. And that's partially because of the way this map is laid out. I could get like a submergent support, but I don't think that will go over this top part. I mean, it might like go over the wall, but I don't think it does. And even if it did, it wouldn't even decamo all of them that good. And by then, all the balloons are already down here, and that's just something I don't want to deal with. And we're losing again. But yeah, I could just keep using Open's brambles and we'll survive a little bit longer. So the sub, I could get advanced intel and then like the middle path. And then, because if I just get advanced intel and bottom path, it won't be able to shoot over, right? Or would it? I don't know. I could test that. You know what? Let's test it. Just gonna get a sub here and get advanced intel. Yeah, he can't do anything until I get the middle path. So it might have been a terrible idea because you might start losing and I won't have enough money. But, oh, Open snipes. Open snipes. Come on, snipe it, Open. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Okay. Yeah, and I placed it. Crap. And I don't have enough money for a ballistic missile. So, because I'm pretty sure that allows it to shoot over the walls. So I guess I'll just get another tack shooter. This one, I guess, will eventually be probably the tack zone. So I'll just get him like that for now. And that should make a pretty big difference. I'm just worried about the Moab. And we're already leaking again. Wow. I guess I have to upgrade this guy as we go and use Open's bramble. What the heck? How do we leak that fast? All right, I want to get tack sprayer as soon as possible. Okay, we finally beat the round. But yeah, this isn't looking too good. That blue balloon. Uh-oh. Yeah, this is why I didn't do it in an actual Chimps game, so I can at least retry. So yeah, if I didn't have this sub, we'd be doing a little bit better. So I'm just going to restart. And then I'm probably going to do like the same thing. But I might change this tack shooter placement. But I'm going to be doing pretty much the same thing. Okay, so we're on round 22. I placed it here so the blades can like hit all around once the balloons get in range, which I think is just a better spot. It seems to be doing better. And as I say that, we're losing to a yellow balloon, but I haven't been using Oben's brambles. I'm just worried because Oben's brambles is the only way I can pop the camo that's coming up. Like the only way. Because I'd have to, oh wait, I have a Spike Factory. Okay, that's good. See, there's the camo. I would have nothing against that, but luckily I have a Spike Factory. I'm just going to place it here. Don't know if that was really the best spot. Crap. Because I'm definitely not going to get smart spikes on that, but It should be okay. It should be okay. Yeah, because this is my only camo defense, which kind of is very brutal. So I think we'll just have to start upgrading this guy now. Or maybe just get overdrive first, then start upgrading this guy. But I don't want to risk it because around, like, I think it's 33, has a bunch of camos. So I'm honestly going to actually want to use a strategy that I normally use in Battles 2, which is Spike Balls. Spike Balls in Battles 2 just feels so OP. Someone could send, like, 2 Moabs, it pops all of it. Someone could send a bunch of balloons, and it will just be a great backup. And this might actually work for round 33. I might not afford it in time for round 33, but if I just have white hot spikes and even faster production, that might be enough to get all of round 33. Hopefully. Okay, here's round 33. I can use brambles to get some of them. Oh yeah. Round 33 does not have as many as I thought. We're fine. But once we get later in the game with like DDTs and stuff, we gotta step up our game. I mean, I could maybe use a permaspike just to try to get all the camos, but I'll have to get something to get all the camos to save up till then, like around 59 and stuff. So I think we're just gonna like either spam spiked balls or just get a middle path one, what's it called, spike storm, so I can ability whenever there's a bunch of camos. But anyways, we're leaking a little bit, but now it's fine because we have this, which is gonna do a bunch of support. Now we're coming up against the Moab soon, around 37, so I think I'm going to go for overdrive to help pop the Moab, and then it probably won't pop all of the Moab, but this can definitely do a bunch of cleanup and finish all the insides. At least it should. Alright, so we got overdrive. Now I don't know what to do next. I genuinely don't know what to do next because I don't know how long we're going to survive with just this. It's probably going to be quite some time, so I think we'll just see how round 40 goes and then make a guess from there. Alright, here's round 40. So yeah, didn't even get that close to popping. I thought it would get closer. So let's see if this guy can just tank all of it. Wow, that's actually really close. I thought it'd be way easier than that. So I don't have Oben's Brambles, and that wouldn't really do much against the Moab. Could just place another Spike Factory. I mean, literally just 1000 would be enough. There we go, barely enough. But yeah, round 50 might be a problem now. So, man, I don't know. I think Spike Storm might be a good idea, or just another one of these spike balls because they are pretty good. Yeah, there's a bunch of camo starting to come out. Luckily, these spike balls are pretty darn good. I think I'm just gonna get another spike balls, and I have to remember I have the sub. I'll probably eventually end up getting like a few preemptive strikes, and that's the only thing I could really do with the sub, which I do actually use those in battles too. I do use the preemptive strikes. It's really OP. Like if someone sends you a fortified BAD and you just spam the preemptive strikes, you'll kind of get it pretty easily. Or not the preemptive strike, the first strike. We're doing pretty good so far. Round 50 is coming so right when I say that. Okay, we're still doing fine. I mean, these guys are pretty good backup, but round 50 might actually be a problem if these guys can't get their things back up in time for the next Moab, but they're pretty spaced apart, so they should be able to. Yeah, we're fine. As long as all these ceramics don't eat them up before this next Moab that's coming, we should be fine, yeah. Spiked balls, man. It's the most, like, spammable great thing. And here we have a bunch of camo ceramics that we're actually going to lose to. So I don't know what to do against that. Because we literally only have the spike factory. I mean, I could get another spike balls, or I could get, like, deadly spikes to try to eventually set up for a perma spike or spike storm. I think I'm going to go deadly spikes. And I'm going to place it here. And then I just have to get top path because for DDTs late game. So I'm going to place it on smart. Yeah, actually I'm not going to place it on smart because that places it way over there for no reason. So I guess normal is what it is. Maybe close. Let's see what close does. Okay, yeah, close is better. It places it right there. So yeah, round 52. Luckily, we do have something very good now. We have Oben's trees. That can actually pop camo balloons. Well, I guess it pops them, but they like absorb it and then it spits out the money. But that is actually very good. That can help with DDTs, even whole Moabs, and it could also help with things like round 63. Like, that is very useful. I'm also going to target this like right there. I think that's a better spot because we're starting to struggle a little bit. But yeah, the trees are going to be very useful for rounds like 63 because trees can just suck up like all of round 63 and stuff. At least I'm pretty sure they can. And I use them a lot in battles too because like if someone sends like a bunch of fortified Moabs, just use the trees, bro. Even a bunch of DDTs, like can eat up DDTs. That's actually insane. The only issue is I have to collect the money, and if I don't collect it, then we actually lose money, which is not good. So I could get the tax zone, honestly. The only issue would be camos, but is that a really good spot for a tax zone? I don't know. Is it even worth getting a tax zone? I don't know. We'll just keep seeing until we absolutely need to buy something and start losing, which it seems like it's getting close to that. I'm going to use Oben's trees for part of round 59. So that's a lot of camo LEDs. All right, round 60, BFB. It can't get sucked up by the trees, only Moabs. Oh, a few of them got sucked up by the trees. It's actually pretty insane. Round 61, we might lose to this. That's a lot of Moabs coming towards the back. But then again, we do have this deadly spike pile that hasn't been eaten into that much. And we barely survive. I mean, this is working. It's not working great, but it is doable. I actually have 27k. I could afford a perma spike, which honestly might be a terrible decision just because they won't be able to. Oh, round 63. Crap. Yeah, we're going to lose. And I don't have Oben's trees up. I can do brambles. And I also could do a maelstrom, but yeah, 63 is going to be an issue. So what do? I could get a tack zone. I could get a maelstrom. I could get a spike storm. But spike storm won't be up immediately. Will maelstrom be up? I don't know. Let's just get a maelstrom and see how it goes. It's not going to be up immediately. There's the rush. If I do it now, will it be way too late? And it gets blocked by leads. Literally all the leads just blocked it. Okay. I don't know. I have no idea what to do. We could try just getting place it right here, a spike storm and even bigger stacks, because I don't think we're going to have the ability up in time. Man, I should have had Oben's trees up. Okay. What if I get a advanced intel ballistic missile sub? Is that going to help at all? Because now he can actually hit the balloons. It has pretty high pierce, honestly. That actually was pretty close. If I just get like a few of those, it's kind of like a lot of money. But compared to like a spike storm, is it really that much? Like, let's see if we get 2 of those. Because they have pretty high pierce. Okay. It's looking better. Way better, actually, but still leaking a little bit. Okay, I guess we'll get 3 of them. I don't really know what my other option would be. We're going to eventually need these as like, at least some of them as first strike. So I guess it's worth it, unless if we have to get any more. Come on, please be enough. 3 has to be enough. Nope. The issue is the deadly spike pile is gone now because we retried last round and it disappeared. So if these 4 first strikes don't work, yeah, it doesn't work. Okay. You know what? I'm going to get tack zone. That should be enough. Can't pop leads and then it's blocking it. Wow. All because I did not have my trees up in time. I don't know if there's anything I could really do. I could just try getting a maelstrom in the back here. Let's see how that goes. I will have the ability up in time. This should actually work pretty well. Oh, that was close. If I did it earlier, that could actually work. It's just kind of annoying having to buy this. But it might come in much use in other high ceramic amount rounds. So I'm going to do it now. And that should clean it up. There's like 2 green balloons left. It's definitely possible with just a blade maelstrom. And I didn't get it up in time for this round. Wait, actually, there we go. Do it now. Okay, we did it. We did it. But that's only wave 1. And I don't have trees up still. And I don't have... Man, the maelstrom was actually almost up. So if I could just like do this maelstrom like as early as possible, I might actually get it up again. Like, what if I do it right now? That's no way that's gonna be enough, right? Yeah. So I need to do the maelstrom as like early as possible with still popping the round. So let's do it now. Did it once these pinks got about here. And that time it was way worse. What the heck? All right, waiting for these pinks to get about here. I'm doing it now. Man, I have to do it late. Otherwise, it just won't work. Okay, I'm going to do it a little bit later. Yeah, the later you do it, the better it is. But it's like not looking too good. Okay, maybe I'll just get a maelstrom. And then I'll also get another spike balls. That's a lot of money. Still setting us back from a 5th tier, but let's see how this goes. Can do this a little bit later. Oh, getting close. Man. Okay, I don't think that spike balls is going to be that useful. So I'm just going to get the maelstrom and then I'll get... I could just get another one, honestly. Let's just see how this goes. So I'm just going to do one of the abilities and then do the other one for the next wave. And I just accidentally did both. Great. This is not looking good. Yeah, now I don't have any abilities up for this next wave. Okay, 2 could work. 2 could work. And I can't put it at the top one because the leads block it. Like, they block it big time. I'm going to do it now. And I forgot to place the other one, so I'm just going to place it now. And that we lost to 1 red balloon. Yeah, I'm going to make this symmetrical, actually. Place 1 on each side. Alright, I got to remember to only use one of the abilities about now. Okay, we survived the first wave. Second wave is coming. We still don't have trees up. I'm going to do it about the same time now. And we have another maelstrom up for the 3rd and final wave. And this should be doable if I just do it at the same time every time. And we do it. That set us back quite a bit. I don't know if I want to get the tax zone. It doesn't seem like it's in really the best spot to even get a tax zone. And it seems like we might lose this round if I don't place the trees down immediately to save us. So, and it can't even get those fortified Moabs. But can we survive with just this? Oh, that's close. All right, I'm just going to place trees down, brambles, and then I'm just going to do a maelstrom, and that should be enough to damage it more. Ah, 2 balloons. All right, what if I do maelstroms earlier? Just do it right now. I can just do another one. Why not? That was actually worse doing 2. Okay, I don't know at this point anymore. If I could afford a tax zone, which it doesn't seem like I can this round. Yeah, there's no way. So I'm gonna do maelstrom once they get closer now. I'll do another one now. Okay, we popped the round. I could get a tax zone. And honestly, I think that's our only choice. Like, there's not much I could do. I could just spam more spike balls, but the Moabs are getting far, and we can't really do anything. I mean, maybe that was just a hard round, but 65, not really remembered as one of those hard rounds. And dang, 65, even just the balloons are leaking through so much. I think I'm going to end up losing this round and having to get a... Oh, actually, it actually worked. The trees actually... Oh, blue balloon. 65 is actually probably doable without getting a tax zone. I just want to save as much money as I can. If I do my maelstroms earlier, because we start leaking big time to these balloons. Like, look how far these balloons get. Yeah, so I'm going to do one maelstrom so that this spike pile can stay the same, and then another maelstrom just because there's so many ceramics. Wow, that did absolutely nothing. I get opens trees up again, do another maelstrom. But yeah, look at these. It gets popped. Look, all of the Moabs sucked in, only 3 left. So I should be fine against this. I'm going to do one maelstrom and another. I'm just going to do both of them. That might have been a terrible idea, and now we can't survive the next round, but the maelstrom ability comes back pretty fast. And it seems like we're going to need both of them again. And it seems like, oh crap. I don't think we can get past round 66, so I'm just going to do it. Get the tax zone. If I fail, I guess I'll just have to restart, but the tax zone is going to make quite a big difference. As I say that, we're leaking to a bunch of balloons, but it is going to make a difference just for the Moabs. Hopefully these guys can be cleanup. So now the next thing we get, I have no idea, because this is our only camo defense, which is actually very brutal, besides Oben's trees. So I don't know what to do. I could work on getting subs like I had before, but I think I just want to save for permaspike. If I can get permaspike up, then I'll probably be chilling for a little bit, and it might actually be doable even though this run isn't very good. Because round 90 we should be fine, even if we don't have like a big DDT popper, because these spike balls can pop DDTs pretty fine. So can open trees, it can just suck up a whole DDT. But the balloons are becoming an issue. Just the raw amount of balloons are becoming an issue. But if I could save up for this permaspike somehow, by using the maelstroms to survive, it might actually be doable. But I feel like I'd have to get the permaspike before 80, because maybe a little bit before 80, which I don't know if that's possible. Because I do not think we can take down a ZOMG right now. I just realized round 76 is coming soon. And then we're going to have 78. So I'm not going to use Oben's trees until then. Because I do not want to lose to those rounds. Because there's literally nothing I can do. If I do, I'll just have to spend more and more money to survive. Actually, 76 we might be fine without the trees. I'm not going to use the trees unless I have to on 76. I feel like the issue is going to be 78, the second camo ceramic rush. Because on 76 I could use the maelstroms and it'll be back before. And okay, I'm going to have to use 2 maelstroms here for 75. But yeah, I feel like 78 is going to be more of a problem than 76, and we're losing to those 75. Okay. Honestly, the trees stay up for a while. I'm just going to use it now. If I regret it later, then, well, yeah, and it's already gone. Never mind. Yeah. Let's hope 75 is possible. Let's pray it's possible. I mean, I could get a super maelstrom. That's probably like the worst idea ever, but I could do it. I'm going to maelstrom twice, and I still lose. So I'm going to wait till these balloons get kind of far and then just maelstrom the heck out of them. Because the maelstrom ability comes back pretty fast, but not fast enough for all those balloons. Okay, we're getting close. There's a few pinks, but I mean, I don't know, man. We're definitely not going to be able to afford the permaspike. I could get like super mines or something. Or I could just go for a sub and get first strike. Honestly, that might be the best idea. It's getting very close, but it might actually work. I mean, it won't be that much help until I use the ability. But once the ability comes up, like I can just first strike all the... Oh yeah, first strike so many Moabs and BFBs. Hopefully that helps a ton. And then for this final bit, I can just maelstrom. But now I have no maelstroms up for 76, and there's a bunch of regrows coming back. Yeah. So I think I'm just going to use open trees. Yep. Open street. Oh, it didn't even get all around 76. And I'm not going to have it up for 78, which is actually going to be brutal. You know, can I first strike, like, just balloons? Targeting the largest balloon on screen. You know, maybe I could first strike, like, the camo rush on 78. Maybe. It might not be possible at all. Watch this first strike. Boom. All that's gone. The issue is just the balloons, man. There's too many. Not even the Moabs. The Moabs get popped pretty easily. Alright, here's 78. First rush of 78. I'm going to do one maelstrom. That should be enough, hopefully. Yeah, that was enough for the first rush. But we have trees up again. I'm going to use it the last second for the camo part. I think we get a BFB and then the camo rush of 78. There's the BFB. I'm going to wait till that's popped. Okay, it's popped. Now I'm going to use the trees. And that should hopefully suck in all of 78. And it did not. It sucked up a lot of it. But we barely survived. Oh my god. We barely survived with that. So now 80 shouldn't be that much of a problem as long as we have the first strike up. It's just the balloons, dude. There's too many balloons. Like, the mobs are getting popped pretty good because of attack zone, but the balloons, they're eating through all these spikes. And I don't know what I'm going to do, but... No, I could get a top path, a ring of fire up there. Maybe pop the balloons a little bit better. Or maybe down here as more of a backup. Because it wouldn't do much if the Moab isn't popped till the end of up here. But we survived till round 80 with this. I don't know what I'm going to get next. But round 80, first strike, gone. I'm just going to keep using Oben's trees. Because honestly, I don't think we'll survive without it. Even though it gets eaten up the second I place it. And round 81, we actually lose. So I'm just going to use Oben's trees maybe a little bit later. Because there's a lot of ceramics. These 81 ceramics that have way more HP than super cerams. They're not getting taken down by the maelstroms as easily. Yeah, there's just too many. I don't know what to do. Is Spike Mines good? Is it really that good? Is it worth that much money? Or I could do, like I said, I could just get... I'll see how good a Ring of Fire does. Because that's good against ceramics. It might not be great against, like, these late game super cerams, but let's see how much damage these do. 114 pops. You know, it's actually melting pretty dang good, even though they're late game super ceramics. It's not getting all of them, but it's getting most of them. It's making them low enough for the spike balls to get the rest. There's too many cerams. Even with 2 maelstroms, it's not enough. Alright, you know what? I'm just gonna get spiked balls, or spiked mines. It might not even... This might be a throwaway run, but I might as well just try it. It's making the ceramics way easier, actually. Just with 1 spiked mines. Yeah, there we go. That round was way easier. All those super ceramics aren't being that much of a problem now. I just need to get a 5th tier. I'm gonna first strike. I don't think there's another ZOMG until 85, I believe. I could be completely wrong, but I think 85 has 2 ZOMGs, which actually I don't know what I'm gonna do against that. But hopefully we should be fine. I'll just try not to use my first strike till then. But these spike mines are actually pretty insane. I mean, they were 10k, but okay, 84. It looks like a huge problem, but as long as they get popped... Uh-oh. Super ceramics being a problem. But this spike mines is barely holding on. It's actually working. 85. Yep, ZOMG. There's only 1 ZOMG at 85? No, it's probably 2. Yep, there's the second one. Which we might pop it, but it might just leave and then have a bunch of BFBs coming... Oh, Moabs coming towards the end. I could... 2 maelstroms. Honestly, we might be fine against this with the... Wow, Spike Mines is holding us on. We can get Permaspike. I'm going to keep it on close. Hopefully it can actually stack up a pile for a bit. Maybe if I get another Spike Mines here, it will actually help the Permaspike stack up a pile. This might actually work even though this run is very scuffed. I'm going to wait till these ZOMGs get really close in the middle and then just first strike. I don't know how much damage that did, but probably a lot. First strike has more pops than most of these guys. Oh, the tack shooter's carrying with 290,000 pops. The mobs are getting really far. The spike mines can't really take all these mobs, and it can because we have the permaspike. Oh my god, this is actually intense. We have to just make sure our permaspike pile gets big enough for late game, because if it's not, we're screwed, because it's eating a lot into our pile right now, which I don't really want, and I only have $6,000. You know, I might want to get another super mines just to help my permaspike, because there's nothing else that's like that good that I can get in this situation. So honestly, I'm gonna just get another super mines. It seemed to be working. That could have just thrown the game, but here's round 90 DDTs, and we obviously eat them up because we have a decent permaspike pile and these spike mines, but I'm just worried about things like 98. This might actually work though. The second I place Oben's trees, it just instantly disappears. Round 91, eating all of the permaspikes actually. I could first strike some of the, yeah, I'm just gonna first strike some of these BFBs. There we go, that did some damage. And then I'm gonna Maelstrom, but it might not be doable. The mobs are getting far, and we didn't eat into the pile that much. That's way better. But the super cerams, they're just eating through even the spike mines at this point because they're fortified and super ceramics. Round 92 ceramics are actually brutal. All right, I'm gonna first strike again on this round. I don't think I timed that well at all, and I think we might end up losing because of it. Because we have BFBs coming towards the end, which we haven't had before, and we're only on round 92. I mean, luckily the permaspike ate them all up. 93 isn't a high balloon round, I don't think. I'm gonna use the trees to just eat up as much as I can. Yeah, the DDTs get popped pretty easily. It's just the Moabs at this point. I'm gonna, oh, I don't know if I should have first striked. I don't know if I should have first striked. I think I had to though, it's fine. 94, this is the big boy. I did not have a first strike up, so we might just be screwed. I can use my 2 Maelstroms, and I think my permaspike pile is already eaten up. Oh, I think I had to first strike for the last round, but now I think I'm just stuck. There's not much I can really do or buy, but I know what I can buy. I can buy a Spike Storm. No, I can't buy a Spike Storm. Okay. Hopefully I can buy it mid-round, maybe. Let's just pray. Oh, and I can, but we're gonna have to wait for the ability to come up as well. I'm gonna use my 2 Maelstroms. The Spike Storm isn't that OP, but should help quite a bit if we can actually get it off, which seems like that might be an issue. Wait, I can get the Spike Storm just without the white hot spikes. I didn't think about that. So maybe if I do this super early, got 2,000 pops. Is that worth it? It got 2,000 pops and then instantly disappeared. I think we might be stuck here, honestly. I mean, I could just like get more spiked balls just because of how good they are. Wait, can that put spiked balls there? Can it put? It can. It's actually pretty OP. I never thought of that. We can like jump over the wall there. Let's see, 2 spiked balls. There's no way that's even remotely enough. But I mean, it's all I could afford. Yeah, we're already losing. I think I'm gonna have to restart. I don't know what I can really do better. I mean, I could have not gotten attack zone, but like I wouldn't have survived. Instead of attack zone, I could have just gone straight for spiked mines, and that could have been mob damage for a while. I could have not gotten permaspike, I guess, but still, I don't know. I mean, what might be a good option and might work is just putting some overdrives up here just to get as much mob damage as possible, even if it's just attack sprayer, and see how that goes, because these guys can get a decent amount of pops. If I had my first strike, would this round be possible? I don't know. Man, I think I'm gonna have to restart because there's literally nothing I can do in this situation. Nothing. I don't have Oben's trees. I literally don't have anything that I can do. Maybe spamming Maelstroms would work somehow. I mean, even if I get past this round, round 98 is just gonna be, even 96, it's gonna be a huge problem. But yeah, I have no idea. Man, I think I'm gonna have to restart. I just have to think of a strategy that would work. I think if I don't get the tax zone, save some money, get spiked mines instead. If I just get a spike mines, because that's only like 10k compared to the 20k tax zone, because I don't think the tax zone is doing that. I mean, how many pops does it have? Jeez, that is a lot. But then again, these weren't spike mines till like later. Permaspike only has 68k. Okay, so if I can, what I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna get this blade shooter, even though it's like what I normally do in battles. I'm just not gonna get it because it's not that good, honestly. Even for early game, I'll just go straight for like an overdrive, probably a spiked mines, and then I'll just see how long that can hold me, and then maybe I can end up getting like what's it called, a carpet of spikes. Even then, maybe I get maybe a preemptive strike, honestly. If I end up getting a preemptive strike, like if I get with an overdrive and a spike mines and then I go straight for a preemptive strike, that can do quite a lot of Moab damage, and then I could end up getting like permaspike or just carpet of spikes, because I just need straight up damage. So yeah, I'll see how that goes. Okay, here's round 63. I've actually just gotten a, oh my god, that was easy. I've actually just gotten a ring of fire just to help with the early game ceramics, because I feel like the tax zone or the overdrive is not the way to go, and this will help a lot more late game. But because if I do get Inferno ring, that would be insane. But either way, I just went straight for a spike mines and got this guy for some support to get there. But the spike mines is actually insane. Like, it's been carrying so much. It has 31k pops. This one has 40k, but that's only because it's at the front just popping all the balloons. But look at all these mobs coming at the spike mines. Okay, this is like actually the worst time that I could have possibly like started recording again, because I was saying how good it was, and it was good. It was surviving pretty well up until this point, which is actually pretty insane. I was trying to just save straight for preemptive strike, which is definitely not going to be possible. So I could just get another spiked mines, or I could do something different, like getting faster production on this guy and just hoping it will. I could do the trees too. I haven't been using trees at all or doing like any abilities, and the spike mines has just been carrying so much because I'm just trying to get this preemptive strike as soon as possible, because I feel like that will be a massive way to carry us through the game. Because once I get that, probably just like fine until maybe even past round 80. I mean, I don't use preemptive strike that much, but I'm pretty sure it's pretty good. Like, look at these BFBs. 2 BFBs, they are pretty broken, but this spiked mines will absolutely just destroy it because it has so much time just to regain all of its pile. Boom, destroyed. Boom, destroyed. Like, spike mines is actually insane for the price. So the preemptive strike is like 34. That's like almost 50k. So I don't know if I'll be able to afford it right away. I mean, if I just do Oben's oh, camos, we're losing the camo, so I'll just do Oben's abilities because I haven't been using them at all. And I think for the thing is with spiked mines, it's good against Moabs, and it's also very good against ceramics. Like 63 wasn't a problem, but that was because of this. And 78 and 76 will also probably not be a problem at all because it just like explodes and has insane pierce damage every time it gets through one of the little things. But yeah, at this point, Oben has more pops than this tack shooter. I just don't think it's the way to go. Like, honestly, I think 2 spiked mines is probably better than the tack zone. I mean, for rounds like 98, probably not, but just in general, to save up, way better. It seems like we might be able to save just straight for preemptive strike from here, which will make it a lot easier, because it's like, yeah, basically 50k. If this is like 48k, yeah, I'm just gonna wait until I have 50k and then buy it, because I don't want to buy the first strike and then start losing and not have enough to do anything, because then I'll have to completely restart. But yeah, look at all these mobs. Let's see if the spike mines can handle it. Doesn't handle it, but it's fine. It was doing very good for the earlier rounds, like 40 to 60. Absolutely insanely good. Yeah, it should be able to handle these now, hopefully. Yeah, it just needs time to get the pile up. We almost have enough for preemptive strike. I'm worried if I get it as soon as possible, I might actually not have enough defense for rounds like 76 and 78, but I think I will. I honestly think I will. And I'm just gonna not get it until until after 78, just because we're probably fine without it until then. And I just want to see how good these spike mines and just this ring of fire will do against 76 and 78. Okay, we have 4 BFBs coming towards these spike mines. Yeah, I don't know if we can get all of those. I could have used open trees. Yeah, maybe I'll just use open trees, and that should be able to be enough for this round, because I really don't want to get preemptive strike. I just want to wait and see how good this does against 76 and 78. Yeah, so Oben's trees did absolutely nothing because he can't even pop the BFBs, so I guess we'll just have to do it. We won't even afford the preemptive strike yet. We're 2k off, but we should be fine. If I just use the first strike ability like once in a good timing, like right now, I think that was a good timing. That should be able to carry us through this round. Yeah, definitely. All right, let's see how good the spike mines and the inferno ring, because that's going to be the main popper for 76 and 78. Let's see how good it is. It should be absolutely fantastic. All right, so all the regrows, actually it was terrible, and it was terrible because they all just regrew and there was way too many yellows. Oh, or not. I guess it was just RNG. Like the first time we completely lost, the second time, piece of cake. I think it's just RNG with the exploding balls. Yeah, I'm gonna wait till 78 goes till I buy the preemptive strike, but I'm gonna do my first strike ability, and that should carry us through this round. Because I think with just this, because 76, I mean, it got destroyed, but I think it was just kind of luck. Or maybe the first time I was unlucky and the second time I was lucky. But here's 78, bunch of ceramics. I didn't use Oben's trees at all. But look at that, just explodes all of them. And then we're gonna get a BFB and then the next rush of 78. All right, here's the camo rush of 78. This guy will do nothing, so it's all on this spiked mines. And look at that, absolutely destroyed. So now I'm just gonna get preemptive strike, which should help a ton. Yeah, destroying the BFBs. I think this is the way to go. The issue is I don't know what to get next. I mean, I could get carpet spikes, which is really good, but I feel like for this map, it's not really worth it because it's just too spread out. All the spikes would just get wasted. So I could go Inferno Ring, which could just be massive Moab damage. Or I could go Permaspike, which I did last time, which worked pretty well. Let's see how we do against a ZOMG without the first strike ability. So it didn't get popped yet. Oh, but it needs other towers to be in range to even shoot. So maybe if I just add a few like 000 attack shooters, just so that it can be in range in other places. Cost a little bit of money, but definitely worth it. Okay, round 81, we actually lost. I think partially because I didn't use any abilities, but I just use Oben's trees and then wait for BFBs to get scrambled up. The issue is now is like the preemptive strike is popping the BFBs and just turning them all into Moabs. So there's just too many Moabs at once. Like I can't even time the first strike to hit a bunch of BFBs unless I do it really early because there's just too many Moabs. Like it's one-shotting the BFBs pretty much and then just making so many Moabs that I can't deal with at all. So I think something like Inferno Ring would not be good for this. Are we going to survive? Nope. Wow. Preemptive strike is actually making it worse. Didn't think about this. I guess I'll just time my ability better. I'm going to do it quite early because I might be able to get it back actually if I do it really early. Maybe, maybe not. Either way, it's just so many BFBs, or not BFBs, Moabs. Will we survive all of these Moabs? It looks like we will, maybe. Yep, barely. So if the issue is a bunch of Moabs and we just need like Moab damage, not like big, because like Inferno Ring would do a bunch of damage to like, well, I guess the main attack. I don't know. Either way, we don't even have enough for it right now. I don't know what we'd get in between then, and we lose again. So I guess I'm just gonna have to keep using my abilities. I could get another spiked mines, or I could just get another preemptive strike, but there's just too many Moabs. The Moabs is the issue. Not preemptive strike, another first strike. But yeah, if the Moabs is the issue, honestly, another spiked mines might just be it. Because I don't know what else. We'll just do a bunch of Moab and ceramic, because the Moabs, yeah, it's too many. But we'll just see how long we can survive with just this and how much money we'll make. Because the Inferno Ring could actually work if it can like pop a bunch of Moabs with just its like main fire attack. Here's 85, 2 ZOMGs. I don't have my first strike up, sadly. But maybe if I time it right, the second I get it. Oh yeah, look at that. They're right on top of each other, and I'll get it up. Boom. It's some damage to the second one. This guy has 167,000 pops, which is more than that, and that has the most. Pops are quite spread out. But here we have a bunch of BFBs coming straight towards these spiked mines. I do have my ability, and I don't want to use it, but spiked mines is good. When the pile's not getting constantly eaten up, it's very good. So we have 41k. I could get Permaspike, but like, I don't know. I feel like it's just not the play with what we have going on here, because it's just going to be constantly eating up. Here we have 3 ZOMGs. I did my first strike. It's not doing much. Maybe I'll just do my other first strike probably. See how much damage we can do. Okay, we killed one. What's good about it is it kills all the insides too. But there's no way we can pop all that with just, yeah. So 41k. Can't afford Inferno Ring. We can just get another spiked mines, which might work, but with just the amount of damage we need, probably not it. On the sub, we can't really do much besides just get another preemptive strike, which would be good for this round, but other rounds where it's just too many balloons, I don't know. And it's a lot of money. So, I don't know. I think I'm just going to upgrade this to another spike mines. Might seem like a huge waste of money, but I think it's spending my money better than getting another preemptive strike, which I might need for around 100 eventually. But if I can't even get there, what's the point? So these 2 spike mines should hopefully be enough to take down 2 ZOMGs, because this will take out one of them. Now there's only 2 ZOMGs and they're very low. So hopefully 2 spike mines is enough. Almost enough, actually. Almost enough. And if I didn't strike those, it wouldn't be good. So this is a lot harder than I thought it would be. If I just get another first strike, like, see, now I only have 24k. I mean, this round will be a piece of cake, but once we get to other rounds where there's just a lot of balloons and not just high class Moabs, it's going to be a problem. I mean, maybe I could just survive this game without even getting like many 5th tiers by just spamming, like actually spamming spiked mines and preemptive strikes. Not preemptive strikes, first strikes. I keep getting confused. And we're losing again around 88 because, yeah, we don't just have general damage. I'm just going to time my abilities to see if we can survive a little bit longer, because this spiked mines pile can't even get up that much. Alright, that seemed way better. Now I have 2 ZOMGs, which luckily these first strikes will absolutely destroy. I'm going to try to not use the other one. I think this spiked mines could take out that ZOMG, hopefully. The issue is the preemptive strike can't hit DDTs, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, because it doesn't have, it's not in range of a tower that can hit camos, and we're losing on 89. That's a really weird round. I think I can use the preemptive strike for this round because 90 is not going to be much of a problem. But the issue is just the ceramics. It's not even... Oh, here we go. We survived that. Do one preemptive strike, another... I keep calling it preemptive strike. It's a first strike. And now we have a bunch of fortified mobs coming the way. I don't think I timed that right. Yeah, did not time that right. And I still have a bunch of mobs coming the way. Do we survive this? Nope. I think, honestly, I'm just going to get another spike mines. It might be really dumb, but I honestly think it's the best strategy. Because it will help against the DDTs. It's pretty good, just overall damage. It will definitely help us survive this round. Because now we got a bunch of mobs coming, and they're not going to get that far. Yeah. So here's 90, a bunch of DDTs, but it's not going to be a problem. Oh wait, the preemptive strike actually does get DDTs. That's good to know. 95 should not be that big of a problem. So even though it can't have camo, preemptive strike does hit DDTs. That is very good to know. I guess it makes sense because the first strike ability does hit DDTs and camos, but here we are losing to 91. There's just too many balloons, so I'm going to try using my abilities better. I'm trying to just wait till we're at a cross section where all those mobs are just coming into the middle. The issue is just the preemptive strike is doing so much damage to BFBs that you don't have enough time to deal with the Moabs. Like if we had a glue gunner with this strategy, it'd work so good. I'm just gonna go for it, dude. I'm just gonna keep spamming these spiked mines because they're actually very insanely good. That might carry us. And I timed my abilities pretty good that time. We're surviving. If we can survive with just this for a minute, that'd be very good. Like absolutely insanely good. All right, we have a bunch of ZOMGs. I did one first strike. 2 first strikes. Now we have... Geez, this is a lot of ZOMGs. Yeah, around 90, it's going to be a huge problem. Uh-oh. I don't know if this is, like, possible with how good I am at the game. We have 3 spiked mines to pop 2 ZOMGs. And we do it. Okay. I don't know, man. I don't know. We just have to keep using the abilities and hope we survive. I mean, maybe I'm just bad at the game and there's, like, an obvious way to do this a lot better. But this does seem better than my last attempt, so I'll go with it. The issue is the first strike takes so long to recharge. And 94, uh-oh. Too many Moabs. And we won't be able to afford another spiked mines with the amount of money I have. Uh-oh. I don't know. I might just be stuck again. Maybe I can get 2 spike balls. Not even 2 spike balls. There we go. 2 spike balls. No way that's enough, right? Yeah, there's just too many Moabs. Like, if those were round 40 Moabs, the spike mines would actually be destroying them, but they're not. Alright. The only option, Spike Storm. Come on. Luckily, the ability comes up pretty fast. Let's see how much damage this does. Spike Storm, go. That was pretty good. 6,000 damage. That's actually pretty good. But almost enough. Almost enough. That might be doable. That might actually be doable. So I'm going to get a Spike Storm, and then... I don't know. I could just get, like, a tack shooter back here. Like, I don't have that much money, so... anything I can get to survive. Man. It's so close. Is this possible? With my setup right here, is this even possible? Like, I thought the preemptive strike would be really good, and it is. But it's popping the BFBs too fast. We can't deal with all of these Moabs. And there's no way to do the first strike on first, because if we had it on first, it might actually not be that bad. I don't know. It's so close. Like, there's just so many Moabs. If we can just... Oh my god. It's so close. So close. The tack shooter is just not the way to go for this, because, like, for late game, the tack shooter is not that good. Unless you get Inferno Ring, and even then, it's just, like, okay. Spike Factory is good for late game. I mean, if I got a Carpet of Spikes, we might be alive, but honestly, I kind of doubt it. The Preemptive Strike was just not the way to go. Not the way to go. Like, it does a lot of damage. 405,000 pops. This guy's 188,000, which is actually insane, too. But, like, there's not much we can do. Like in battles too, this strategy is great because the second a ZOMG comes out or they send any big balloon, you can just spam it. And normally, most of the time, you're not getting as big as balloons that they send. But with this strategy, there's not much way to pop a steady stream of balloons, rather just like big balloons that the enemy may send. Or like early game ego with the tack shooter. Like that's what the tack shooter is used for in battles too, just early game ego to survive with a blade shooter. But I don't know. I'm going to try one last time, and I'll just see how it goes. Okay, I don't know what to do here. So I'm at round 92. I actually got a Carpet of Spikes, which is carrying me a lot. I thought it would be a lot worse, but it's actually doing pretty good. But here we're at 92, which isn't that big of a problem with the Moabs. Like, they get taken out pretty easily. But the ZOMGs, after the fact, you can't really pop them with just the Carpet of Spikes, which I do have 46k. And I could get like a preemptive strike or like a first strike and then get a preemptive strike the next round. But I just wanted to survive this so that if I if Inferno Ring is a better choice, I could get it, or at least see which one is really the better choice. But it just seems like it's not happening. So, because I just don't want to get Preemptive Strike and then it not be good enough for like round 98. Like I want to be able to like restart and choose if I want Inferno Ring and Preemptive Strike. But I don't know. I'm just gonna try a few more times because it's really close. Like that time there was only like 1 or 2 mobs that leaked through. Let's see how good it goes this time. I don't think this is a good run. Yeah, there's just too many BFBs at the end. We almost get all of it, but it's just not enough. And I don't think the Inferno Ring would be that good. I mean, it'd be good, but once you get to like round 98, it's not that good. So I think so tempting. I could even go for Permaspike, and I don't know which one to do because they're both pretty good for late game. Okay, so if I get Preemptive Strike, I might get the same issue where I just pop them down into Moabs too much, and there's just too many Moabs for the Carpet Spikes to deal with. But then again, Carpet Spikes is pretty good against Moabs if it just constantly keeps spewing all the spikes out. However, if I get a Permaspike, I don't think Permaspike's to play. I think I just get a first strike and then try to eventually save for Preemptive Strike, which I'm actually way further than I thought I'd be. But luckily, after a few rounds, I should be able to get it. So yeah, if I just do my first strike here, hit them all for a decent amount of damage, even just that one shot, which did 19k, we could win without doing another strike. Because now I only have 2 ZOMGs. Yeah, I think I'm just going to go for the Preemptive Strike. I think that's really my only option. Here's round 93. Super easy. Now that we have this first strike, I'm just going to go for the Preemptive Strike. I don't really know what else I can do. I think it's the best option. I just don't want all these mobs to eventually be way too much, and I don't know what I'd end up getting next. There's a bunch of ZOMGs. Oh my god. That's a lot of ZOMGs. So I could get another Spiked Mines, or I could get another first strike, or I could get nothing and lose. God dang it, dude. I'm so close, yet so far. And we have to get Preemptive Strike mid-game, which is kind of brutal. Okay, there's a bunch of BFBs and a ZOMG. Hopefully first strike can deal with all of this. Oh, literally a 0 balloon. A single 0 balloon. That's so close. Oh my god, it's so extremely close. If I only if I had the Preemptive Strike just like as the round started. Alright, this run looks a little bit worse, honestly. But as long as I can just time that strike to where there's a bunch of the balloons in the same area. Yeah. Oh, okay, we have a ZOMG left. Oh, that's not gonna do it. Unless if this Carpet Spikes. Oh, that's so close. I think I can do it. Okay, this time looks a little bit better. There's only 1 ZOMG. But is that really better or is it worse? I'm going to wait for the first strike again because I think that's the best strategy. Because if I do it too early, then I'll just... Okay, there we go. We did it. Now what are we going to do? 95 should be easy, but 96, 90, 98 and all that stuff probably not going to be the easiest. So we'll just see how it goes. I think I'm going to get a Spiked Mines. I think that's the best idea. But we'll just see how it goes. 96. I'm going to do my abilities. Preemptive Strike is actually going kind of insane now that we have it as the round starts. And 96, I feel like the problem is going to be the ZOMGs. But other than that, I mean, it's pretty easy. Luckily, we have like a buffer round of 97 in between to regain our abilities. Uh-oh. I don't want to use my ability if I don't have to. There we go. All right, 97. Oh, this isn't really a buffer round though because... I mean, if I use one first strike and hopefully I can get it up, I don't want to win before I get it back. Okay, it seems like I'm fine. I'm going to get my first strike back in time. So here it is, 98. I'm just going to try not buying anything. Probably not really possible. But this is the farthest I've gotten, so... Yeah, even just the Moabs are already becoming a problem. Alright, it seems close though. Like, it doesn't seem... So I'm going to get a Spiked Mines and another, or a Spiked Storm. That should be pretty good. And this time I'm just going to use the abilities the second I have them and not wait for, like, a specific time for that first strike. Just think it's a better idea. And do another Spiked Storm. Man, it's not enough. Preemptive Strike is so good, but it's also so bad the way it's just like... Alright, this time, 2 Spike Storms. And I can't even afford the second one. Hopefully I'll get it in a second. Here, we got the Spike Storm. I don't know if that's too late. Might be way too late, but... I'm gonna do the abilities. Come on. And we're losing to the Fortified. It's so close. We're so insane. Like, what if I get another first strike? There's no way that's a good idea, right? There's absolutely no way. Unless if it just, like, destroys all those grouped Moabs. Because it might just create more issues. Yeah, just the insane amount of fortified Moabs just sneaking through. Okay, this might be really weird, but what if I get a super Maelstrom? Because like that, actually, if it can do some decent damage to the fortified Moabs, and what's the cooldown time? It's pretty fast, actually. I feel like with a super Maelstrom, That might actually be possible with the Super Maelstrom, but we'll be able to pop the bad? Probably, with what we have so far. And we'll get a little bit extra money on the way. So I'm just going to use the Super Maelstrom as quick as possible because I can kind of just spam it, like it comes up really fast. And that, weirdly, might actually be the strategy because it does a lot of damage to those fortified mobs, so I might just have to time it. That might just be it. If I just time it and not do the Super Maelstrom immediately, just wait until there's a bunch of Moabs coming out. Like right now, there's a decent amount of Moabs coming out, and I might have timed that pretty bad. Okay, so I'm going to do the Maelstrom first, the second I can, and then I'm going to wait till there's a bunch of Moabs coming out, and then do it again. So here's a bunch of Moabs, again, abilities. Man, it's just not enough. It's so close. Is that Super Maelstrom really the way to go? I could also try just spamming tack shooters, just getting a bunch of... Oh, I didn't mean to get a ring of fire, but just spamming a bunch of overdrives. See how good this does. Might even just make it worse, doing a bunch of damage to ZOMGs and just making more Moabs. Yeah, it didn't seem very good. Okay, what do I do? I think, honestly, the Super Maelstrom was the closest, and I feel like it's all about the ability timing. Like, maybe I don't do the Spike Storm immediately, I wait a little bit, and maybe I don't do everything immediately. I just wait until things start coming out, because a lot of the spikes are just being wasted if I do the Spike Storm immediately. But then again, it means I get it up later. Are these mobs going to be an issue? Yes, of course they are. Of course they're going to be an issue. Alright, Spiked Mines and Spike Storm. I don't remember how good that did, but let's just see how good it does. The Spike Mines Spike Storm does pretty good. I think the best so far. But is there anything better we can do? Okay, wait, okay. I did not mean to do that. I'm just going to restart this round. Okay, so what if I just get 2 Spike Storms but don't get the cross path? I can afford 2 Spike Storms without any cross path, which might actually be the play, because that is a lot of spikes. But these fortified Moabs, there's just too many. Like, I can't do anything against that. There's way too many. It could have been the perma spike. That could have been the way to go, but I don't know. I can't even afford attack zone. I'm pretty close, though. All right, this time, I'm going to get 2 Spike Storms, and I'm just going to wait. I'm not going to do any abilities except Open Streets. That's the only ability I'm going to do. Because I'm just trying to do the least amount of damage to all these BFBs as possible, and just hold my abilities until there's way too many things all over the place. So right now, 3 abilities, another ability. It's just not enough. All the BFBs are gone way too fast. Preemptive strike, dude. It's too good, which makes it bad. I guess it's really bad against spike when you're using spike factories. Alright, I can try spamming Ring of Fires in the back, because I feel like they're more of a backup. So let's see how this goes. I don't know what to do. It's probably possible, but the battle strategy is not that good for chimps. At least the strategy that I use. Like, if I maybe had a village instead of a tack shooter, could work probably a lot better, or an engineer, which sometimes I do that in battles, but this is the main strategy I use in battles, and yeah, it's just not cutting it, and especially on this map. If it was on an easier map, it'd probably be way easier, but yeah, I don't know, I give up. Pretty close though, 98 out of 100. This guy had 300,000 pops, 200,000 pops just on 1 Ring of Fire, 177,000, 701,000. I mean, yeah, the carpet spikes did do a lot better, but I guess not better enough. Maybe if I didn't get preemptive strike and instead got like just spammed more of the spike factories or got a perma spike, might have survived, but I don't know. This was like my 4th attempt and I can't do it, so